Cool. Dee 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 dee. All right. Beep. I got a beep. The beeps. Is that Kathy?
Hi, Brian.
Hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm gonna turn you down and put on some headphones. Cool. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you quite loud.
Wow.
My daughter apparently cranked up the stereo. Because my computer is the best for Minecraft.
Oh, look. Sherry joined us.
Who? I don't see her.
Uh-oh. Well, I see her.
That's interesting. How am I not seeing this?
Maybe I'm wrong. I thought I saw her.
Oh, yeah, there she is. Now she's there. Hi, Sherry. I see a still of Sherry anyway.
I actually see a video.
Oh, interesting. You can see me okay, though?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. I don't actually see you. I don't think your camera's on.
I'm at work.
Ah,
We don't do that,
you're low tech over there.
apparently.
I was talking with some of the Cal State Channel Islands people today. They had
Oh,
very
cool.
much to say about your office.
Well, that's good.
Oh, that was cool.
So we haven't totally pissed them off yet.
No. They said you guys were the people to go to for teacher training on all sorts of things. So
Good.
cool. Hi, sir. Can you hear us?
I can't hear her. I hear her talking, and it looks like she's carrying the laptop because she's walking and talking.
I'm not hearing her at all. Oh, Ashley. I was talking with some of the Cal State Channel Islands people today. They had very
Cool.
much to say about your office. That's
Oh,
like,
that's good.
wow. That was old.
So we haven't totally pissed them off yet.
No. They said you guys were the people to go to for teacher training on all sorts of things. Who's hearing us from like a minute ago? Sir, can you hear us? Wow, that's some delay reaction. Hi, Ashley.
I can't hear her. I hear her talking, and it looks like she.
Uh-huh. Okay. Let's see. So George is sending me a message. George Berto. All right, I'm inviting George. Seems to be having some trouble.
Going on an adventure!
Oh, there you are. Look at that.
Together since you're incapable of doing it.
No, I want to get on it because I don't know how to do it.
Well, good, you did it.
But I don't know that they know I'm on.
No, you're not on. You're not on that. You're on. Did he disappear? I don't see him anymore.
Brian, are you still there?
Okay, where do I go?
You need to stop. Sure. All right, I'm leaving.
That's a crazy picture of you and Frank. I don't know where I'm at.
Joy, I don't know where you are either.
Oh, did you hear what I said?
She did.
Cool. All right. We have several people on now. Still no George, though.
I think Matt and Curtis and
How can we find out who's watching?
I don't know. I was watching.
Viewers. 4 people are viewing, but I don't know how to find out who they are.
Did you just get a haircut?
No, it's the headphones. They play tricks.
Oh, okay.
Brian, we've got a chat going too. I just didn't want to keep talking when people were getting settled.
Oh, you got a different chat going than the one I sent?
I don't know. I just started doing a chat thing, and Joy joined me.
What kind of chat thing are you doing?
It's a group chat. It's on
the side of the page.
Oh.
Of the Hangout page.
Now, but people who are not in can't chat, right? That's just for us? So I also sent out a link to another chat.
Oh, I didn't see that.
In the chat, and then people, if they don't get on, if anybody can't get on, at the moment we are all on. So that's
Am I in the right chat then?
I don't know.
I don't think you're in the right chat.
Any chat can be the right chat.
Okay.
We just have many options for communicating.
Yeah.
That is all. Cool.
Should we click on the address that you have in the group chat on the right?
You certainly can.
Will that get us where?
But there's a back channel too that Brian actually set up. There was a link in the email. I didn't realize that. I didn't read far enough.
That's the same link I posted on the chat here.
That's the one I went to.
Oh, okay.
All right. All right. Henrik says he can see it, so he's watching somehow.
Matt is also watching.
Okay. Cool. But not chatting.
Can anybody?
If people are watching, why don't they go to the chat?
They're having problems because we went to Google Plus because that's originally where I saw it. So I invited them to the Google Plus event, but they haven't looked in their email to get the link.
Well, I sent the link out.
I know that's what I'm telling them.
All right.
You know, Brian, the link on your page still goes to Blackboard. It doesn't go to Google Hangout. You know, on the EdTech MA page.
Oh yeah, I can fix that. Yeah, that's right. You're trying that before. Where's that?
There's a link at the top.
Okay. Oh, I wonder if anyone went there.
I bet you they did, because that's what I spent an hour last time in the wrong spot, and I had to text Mary to figure it out.
Wait, I'm not even. Oh, there it is. That's up there. All right, let me see if anyone's over there. Now, if I have too many things open at once, it's probably going to crash my computer, huh? Oh, now I got to install it. All right. All right, cool. So how's everybody doing?
Good.
Those of you who can answer me. Cool. All right, Joy and Kathy are on there. Excellent. Cool.
You know, Brian, I don't really have post data, so I'm just going to roll with what I've got. I talked to the teachers yesterday, or actually their principal yesterday, and I still don't have post data, so I'm just going to roll with what I've got. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but...
So what do you got?
I just got the pre-data.
Okay. But have you been talking with people? There's George and Henrik. Excellent.
Yeah, I was looking at the wrong place.
And is that Mallory? There it is. Excellent. Cool. You're shaded, Mallory. I couldn't tell who you were for a sec.
Oh.
It's all out of context. Oh, there's Joy.
I had my camera hidden.
We have to post it on our camera.
Right.
Excellent. Cool. Well, sorry to hear about that, Kathy. But yeah, go with what you've got. You know, get as much anecdotal responses as you can get. It won't be post. It'll be in process. But
okay.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Okay, so unfortunately, if you saw my email, Kelly Castillo is not going to be able to join us today. But she did say she would come for some other week. So maybe next week or the week after, we'll do another hangout, and she can join us and tell us all about the EDD program, because she is just finishing right now. And so we'll have that. It won't take very long, and that's fine to do. So that means we have less to talk about tonight. Mostly, you know pretty much everything I have to say in terms of what you need to do to graduate. So I'm primarily interested in what questions people have, and seeing if we can allay some fears. But okay, but first the announcement. We are delaying the deadline for the portfolio.
Oh, thank you.
Until May the 4th. But
May 4th.
we need it the morning of May the 4th. I should have just made it May the 3rd. But the truth is, we're not going to look at anything till the 4th. So you can work all night if you like. And we need it on the morning of May the 3rd. We're saying 9 a.m. May the 4th. We have to have it in. But you're certainly not required to work all night. Feel free to go to bed. Just turn it in. Cool. All right, so that will be the final due date. We're not going to be able to push it back any farther than that. So we'll stick with that. But that gives you an extra weekend to put finishing touches if you need on things, and yeah, and it gives you extra time to deal with my comments. So I'll send out the Chapter 3 comments tonight, and then the Chapter 4 ones will be done on Sunday. So you will have a week to use those comments. So you'll all have those. Cool. All right, so that's my big announcement. Questions, comments, responses? Cool.
I'm just relieved.
Good.
The only bummer is I've got a Google Apps for Education summit that weekend, so I still have to get done by May 1st. Because I'm going to be gone for the weekend. Well, it gave me 2 more days. My God, that's worth it. That's worth it.
Okay. All right, very good. I hope I'm not ruining any other weekend plans. You can be all done and relaxed. All right. You can always turn it in. All right, so how do you turn them in?
Online.
Online, exactly. Here, let me. I'll do a little screen share here.
I met with Dr. Lee yesterday, and it was was able to finalize my data results. I don't know if anybody can hear me, but
yeah, we can hear
you, Joy.
Oh, okay, great.
That's really nice of him. That's great of him that he can do that. I'm glad. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, and one of the things we were gonna do tonight was more stats. For people that need it. How many people need some more help with stats? Is that still a thing, or everybody mostly done with it? At least till you get my comments.
I think I'm done.
Good, good.
I'm still working through a few things. I have some outside help, but I have a couple more calculations to do, and then have to do the writing on that part of it.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I think I can figure it out. I've been playing around with the program, and I'm going to try that. I'm going to try and figure it out tomorrow with whatever data I've got. And if I can't, I'll reach out to somebody.
Kathy, I know how to do it.
Cool.
I do. I honestly do. Are you using SPSS, or you're using what are you using? Trying to use?
Oh, Ash, Joy, if I have problems, what I can do is I can touch your computer remotely and display my screen, and we can work through it.
Okay.
But I don't have any specific problems right now. But I've got tools to be able to touch your computer and show my screen. Okay. So we'll work through it if I need the help. But great, thanks for that.
Feels good to be able to help somebody.
That's awesome.
I have a question about not the numbers portion, but the interviews. So if I did interviews and I'm putting that in my results page, I have to change the name of the student, right? So do I have to mention that I changed the name of the student, or can I just say student 1, or how do you go about presenting that?
Yeah, the typical thing, and there's a number of ways you can do it, but I think the thing that's most common is to make up a name, and oftentimes people will use like the same initial or something, so it's easy to remember in your mind who's who. But make up a name because it's easier to talk about people if they have a name. If you just say student 1, it's kind of hard to say, oh, you remember that story about student 1? That's kind of boring. It's better if they have a name. Even if it's a fake name. And so usually the first time you mention the name, you would just say, pseudonym or something like that, just to give the message across that this is not a real name.
Like put it in parentheses or something, or
yeah, exactly.
Okay, and then at the bottom, when we attach that in the appendix, excuse me, when we attach the interviews, we keep that pseudonym, right?
Yeah, so you use the same name throughout. So that it's clear.
So the only thing we need to do is say, the fake name, parentheses, this is a fake name or whatever, and then that's it. Got it.
Exactly. Yeah. Just the first time you use a name, then they'll understand, because that's just the norm. People don't expect to see the real name there.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, that did come up, I think, in at least one of the chapter 3s that I made that note on. I don't remember whose it was, but yeah. Cool. Excellent. So what you're going to do is you're going to give me the they're going to give me the URL for your portfolio, and that could be its own site, or it can be the page on a site, as long as you've got all the information right there. And what you'll do is you'll just click on this link that says EdTech MA Portfolios, and all you got to do is paste your URL. And some people have already done it because your URL is not going to change. You've already got a page set up that's not going to change, even if you're still working on the paper. So we won't look at that until May the 4th, as you can see the time right there, and then we'll start showing those immediately that day, and get you your feedback as fast as we can. Cool. So all you need is that web page. Now, how many people have made their web pages already?
Well, I think we all have, right? Cool. We made them in well, at least I made mine back when Dr. Hare wanted us to create them back in the day.
Yeah, it's great to use those. Those are perfectly good.
Now, do you want the just the paper posted there, or do you want the supporting data posted there also, or was it good enough on Google Drive?
If you want to embed like a Google Doc, so I'm not quite sure what you mean by supporting data. So all of your appendices need to be in your project paper document, right? So that's one big long document. So you can have something outside besides that, are you thinking?
Well, for example, I have original spreadsheets where I compiled the data before calculating certain things or looking at statistics.
Okay, that's not necessary. You don't have to share those with us. That's part of your research documents. You want to hold on to those, just same as like with the parent permissions and anything else that you had as part of your project. You need to hold on to it. You don't need to turn it in as part of the portfolio or part of the paper.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, I know you did a lot of work on it, so it's nice to show it, but it's not necessary. I mean, if you put it in, it won't be a problem. But I don't think anyone's going to look at it.
When you say that that we need to put them in the appendices of our project, does that mean that we have to put the actual like survey in our document, or is a link to those things good enough? Since we have most of them, at least I have most of mine on my Google Drive.
For a survey, I would definitely just turn your survey into a PDF and put it into the document or an image, or even just the text of the questions. You don't need the actual survey page unless there's something, some images or something you want to share. All we need is the text of the questions. But I would put it in the appendix. Don't just put a link to a website. You want to have as much information in the document that gives people the complete set. So obviously some things, are going to be online. If you've created a big website, you're not going to be able to put it all in, but you want to have enough screenshots so that even without the website, people get the idea. So
does that mean that you also want our uncoded or unaltered data stuff in the document as well?
The only data you really want in the appendices is interview transcripts. That'd be the only thing that would go in there. Or maybe student writing or something like that. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, the interview transcripts are good because they give you context, and if people think, have a different interpretation of them, it doesn't happen a lot, but theoretically it could. Yeah. Cool. All right. But you've all heard most of this stuff already. So what other things are coming up? So we've got these papers to do. How about the reflections? Reflections going okay? Any comments?
Done.
Done. Great. Cool.
I think I'm okay.
All right, cool. So yes, everybody's making sure when you do your reflections, you focus on the SLOs and what those
can you
SLOs
hear me?
means. Yeah, Henrik, I hear.
Yeah, I have I was thinking about SLO 4 and 5, what artifact we could use. So for SLO 4, I think of those the work that we did on workplace analysis, because I might be able to use that. Is that okay with you? What do you think of it?
That sounds like a good one. Yeah, that's so SLO4 is the awareness of of issues in education and that's a great example. You're aware of things going on at your school, and you're looking at things outside your own classroom. So, sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for leadership, we can use the debate we did with Dr. Chang.
Sure.
Okay.
Very nice.
Yeah. Also, I sent you a couple of emails. Did you see my email? You didn't respond. I was thinking.
I have many emails. I need to respond to some of them. I'm working my way through that, so I will get back to you on those.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool. Yeah. We've had issues with letters of currency this week. Hopefully, I think we've got that all figured out. But that was another surprise. Cool.
Wow.
All right, but I think most people are in pretty good shape as far as all their paperwork and everything. Anything you're wondering about? How many people are going to go to the big ceremony, the graduation ceremony on Friday? Not the hooding that's on Thursday, but the Friday ceremony.
Yeah, I'm not going to go to it. I have extra tickets though if somebody needs them.
That's a good point. Cool. I remember, Ashley, you said you're really excited about that?
I'll be there.
Excellent. Cool.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends coming.
Nice. Cool. All right, that sounds fun.
What is the date of that Friday that we graduate?
The hooding is on the 13th. And wait a minute. No, let me get it right.
Poster fairs on the 13th, hoodings on the 14th, and big graduations on the 15th.
Thank you. Big graduation Friday 15th. Yeah. Oh yeah, so it'll be a week of parties. Oh, we need we should send out a flyer or something for the poster fair. I'd like to invite a bunch of people, and it's always good to have something cool to look at. Does anybody want to take a shot at putting a flyer together of some kind?
Oh, long pause.
Everybody's a little busy. I understand. Cool. All right. But if anyone is moved to make some kind of cool flyer or just a graphic about the EdTech poster fair, we'll send out. I'll draft something and probably send it out later this week. See. So, but yeah, definitely. Well, if you know people that are interested in EdTech, everybody's welcome. We like to have a nice big group.
Did you have any sample for posters so we can look at it on the website?
Sure. I mean, we've got those samples that we've got the samples that we looked at, several weeks ago, and then also where did here, I'll show you. I mean, we've got this picture, right? All right, does that give you a kind of a sense of it? Now this is not not a great example because this is something that was printed where they had some large size printer. Normally people just use 8.5 by 11 and sort of collage it on some sort of poster board. But you get the idea, right?
Yeah. So the introducing so portfolio has to go there, like the whole our project goes there.
Right. Yeah. So you're going to talk about.
We're going to sell our project. Is that what it is?
I would have your abstract on there somewhere, and then maybe your research questions, some graphics or tables, some representation of your data, anything interesting to look at that you have about your project. Something maybe for you, something with GeoGebra, maybe some screenshots or something, and then a picture of Curtis with the tiara on. And then
reflections or artifacts, nothing with that.
Yeah, nothing that would take long to read, right? With a poster, you want to keep it, nice big fonts, bullet points, nice and simple.
Okay.
And then you want to maybe have a little concluding paragraph or something at the very end.
All right. Very good.
Excellent. Cool. Well, we've got a couple of weeks to talk about that. So, does Chang have a class next week?
No.
So he has no more classes? He's done?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Let's see. So we have next week. I will be on campus. I've got my early class, and so I'll be there to help with any issues that come up. We don't have any, unless Kelly Castillo is available that day. I'm not imagining we're going to do any sort of hangout, but we certainly can if you want. These are easy to do, right? Let's see. And then maybe right before the poster fair, we can do another hangout or something, and we can answer more poster type questions.
So are you gonna email us to tell us about hangouts? Because I'm afraid I'll forget.
Yeah, sure.
Or not.
Could you send the email to my Gmail? It makes it easier for me to log in.
So I sent it to the EdTech MA list. Is that?
Yeah, you sent it to my MSN, my Hotmail one.
All right, send me an email with the correction, and I'll make the change on the list.
Okay.
It's always good to update the list because, of course, soon we will move you from that list to the EdTech alums list.
You're an optimist.
No, I am for sure. And then we'll have a whole new group of people that are going to be in the EdTech MA list, and I've already got a bunch of them set up. So and we'll be inviting those people to the poster fair as well.
Is your email Brian.Foley or is it bfoley?
For which?
Whatever you use to do the Hangouts? Is it?
He has two.
Oh,
Yeah.
B Foley at CSUN.
B Foley, that's the one. Okay.
Yeah.
So
at this point, I think we're full in terms of the Hangout, but they can watch us on. I think we have viewers. There's a thing at the bottom of my screen that says we have 3 viewers. Don't know who that is. Nobody's posted anything on the discussion board, so I don't know who they are.
Yeah. 9.
Anyway.
Okay. I have a couple questions real quick.
Cool. Yeah. So we can do questions. If it's all just individual questions at this point, then people that don't have their own questions can say goodnight or hang out and listen. Either way.
They're kind
Was
of
there
general.
any? Oh, general question. Yeah. Sure. Go ahead.
Okay. Numbering starting after the abstract, correct?
Right. So start with page 1 on the first page of chapter 1.
Okay. Excellent. References before the appendices or after? Because I know that the 2 different websites are different.
Uh-oh. Should be before the appendices. Appendices are last.
Perfect.
And usually your acknowledgments and then your references and then your appendices.
Right.
Cool.
Okay. Number. Okay, title page is cool. All right. My table of contents is a page and a half. I did that's because I put subtopics like statement of problem and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's up to you how you want it to look. That's fine with me.
Okay. All right. And then on the title page, just your name. Not the submitted. Yeah, because we took the proposal.
You don't need my name on there. So this is for the program for the computers and educational technology master's program. What's our official title? Let's see.
Masters of Science in Computers and Educational Technology. No, that's not it. Yeah.
No, it's not an MS.
Educational Technology.
It's definitely an MAA.
Masters of Arts in Computers and Educational Technology.
I thought it had secondary education in there, but...
Yes, it is. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'll tell you. An MA in Secondary Education.
Oh, okay.
See? An MA in Secondary Education Specialist in Computers and Educational Technology.
That's a mouthful.
It is. Yeah, but...
That'll take up a half a page.
There's not that much on the cover page, so that should be all right.
You know, Brian, I think Sherry has a question, but she can't, for some reason, can't talk.
Okay.
In this little chat thing I started.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Sherry, can you type your question if your mic's not working?
Curtis.
Oh, Joy, you didn't do the chats with Tran. You didn't get the full effect.
Yeah, I did one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember those.
I can't seem to put the makeup all over Mallory again.
What?
Okay, let's see if that works. Let's see if this works.
Nope. Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to put it on other people, but
yeah. Watch. Whoops, maybe not. Yeah, funny.
R.
Oh, Sherry has a question up.
Okay, so we're gonna start reading. So Sherry's question is about when will you know about your score? Presumably that's what she wants to know. We will be reading them that week, and we should know by. We ought to know by the 9th, but I'm gonna say the 11th just to give us a couple of extra days in case we need it, because it's been a busy time. We have to read. The science group is making proposals, so there's proposals to read, and then there's your portfolios to look at. I think I'm reading one for the English people do theirs entirely different. They do a very different process, but I kind of like ours better. What they do is they have an outside person come and read the portfolio and then chat with you about it.
Oh, I prefer your method.
And it always seems a little weird. I mean, I don't mind doing it because usually they give me like tech-related ones, and so they're interesting discussions. But you only get like half an hour to read the whole portfolio, so that's kind of ridiculous. Anyway, yeah. So that's how the English cohort does theirs. Is anybody getting the honors? Did anybody submit their information to the honors program and find out that they're receiving an honor?
How do you do that?
I don't know.
Okay, well, never mind. It's probably
I'm completely out of that process. And you might not need to do anything. Maybe it's just by GPA, but I thought there was some kind of application.
I think there is. I forgot to do the application. I was going to, and then I just forgot.
Okay.
I got an email about something, but I didn't read it. So is it past the deadline, probably?
I'm pretty sure that it's past the deadline.
Oh, well.
Yeah, you can check on the grad studies webpage and see. But it probably is. The reason I mention it, just in case people are listening, is I think we're going to be handing out medals during the hooding ceremony. That's a new thing. We never have done that before. But that should be fun, and I don't know who's all going to get theirs, but that'll be interesting. It'll take a little bit of time, but not very long, I don't think. Cool.
So you said after May 11th, you'll give us, a heads up whether we need to change. How long after May 11th will we have to change?
I don't know an exact date, but it's probably about a week. I don't know what the last day to turn in grades for the semester is, but it usually ends up being around May 20th. I think we're a little early this year, so it might be the 18th or so. But yeah, so you'd have about a week to make any needed edits. We also need to let people know who's going to be the speakers at the poster fair, so that's another thing we have to let people know about. So we will aim to do that as quickly as we can. Cool. Excellent. All right. Any other questions? Curtis had a couple. Yeah.
For the what should we call it? The reflection. You only wanted like a page and a half to 2 for each one of them, right?
On the reflections, yes. That's about right. 2 pages, page and a half, 2 pages, perfect.
Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, and usually those are double spaced.
Yeah.
I don't know if we ever actually talked about that, but that's typical.
Yeah. I'm probably on the wrong page. I just did a quick lookup on the honors.
Uh-huh.
And it says all graduating graduate students, fall 14, spring 15, with a cumulative of 3.885 or better, are eligible for recognition, must have applied for graduation before March 6th. Students who successfully apply for graduation and meet the GPA requirements should automatically receive an invitation.
Okay. So that means that you don't necessarily have to do anything, but you should have maybe heard something. So there's an honors, I forget what they call it, like a banquet or an honors ceremony on Saturday morning, I think it is. So if you got an invitation to that.
That's the link that I found it at. I just put it in the notes.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. So if you got an invitation to the honors banquet, that probably means you're getting a medal, which I think you will receive at the hooding. That's my understanding. This is, again, a new thing that we haven't done before, so we're all learning this as we go.
And is that 3.8 just for the program, or is that 3. Because I did other stuff at Northridge. I got my credential through here.
Oh, it won't. I got 1B in my credential class, and it brought me down enough to not get that honors thing. It was like 0.
Oh, so it does count.
It does.
Oh, bummer. So I guess I'm not either then if you didn't, because I definitely got plenty of B's in my credential.
Yeah, it'll ruin it as I find out.
Oh, well.
Seems like that shouldn't count. Since they don't count it for your GPA to get in, they shouldn't count it for your GPA to get out.
Oh, well. I'm looking in my inbox, and I'm seeing stuff from Pi Lambda Theta, but I think that's just kind of a mass email thing.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Okay. Yeah, I don't know about that. Well, we'll see, but we'll find out. Hopefully, if you qualify, we'll have a medal for you, I think. So we'll see. All right. Other questions, comments, anything happening in the world that we got to know about? I like the Curtis. Trying to think. Anybody want to go to a hacker fair this weekend? I just got an invite today. It's like, oh, 3 days away. Thanks for the heads up.
Hackers don't have a life.
I guess. No, it's at a school. There's a hacker fair for kids, I guess. But, let's see.
They don't
what
have
else?
papers to write either.
Oh, did people see the email I just sent out? Just before the email about the link, I sent out a really interesting job announcement. So I'm hoping we'll have a few applicants from our program. Of course, you all have good jobs anyway, so maybe you don't need it.
Where am I?
What is it for? Or I think I'm looking at it.
Cool. Matt says it's Friday morning at 8 a.m. So, not Saturday morning, Friday morning. Yeah, it's a ridiculous thing. I'm not going to go to that.
What's Friday morning at 8 a.m.?
The honors
okay.
ceremony. But maybe that's why they're giving the medals at the hooding, because who's going to get up at 8 a.m. really?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Where's the hacker meeting this Saturday?
It's at Windward. I think it's the name of the school it's at. It's a west school on the west side. I have that in my email here.
I just sent you an email with my with the right address, email address.
We are sponsoring a student-planned-led hackathon this Saturday. Wildwood School. Sorry, not Windward. Wildwood. A different West Side school. Anyway. Cool. All right, I will forward any information I get about that. There's also something happening at Caltech in May, if you're interested in science. Let's see. Oh, we need to submit something to Q this year, right? When's that going to be?
St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
cool.
right. St. Patrick.
So we need to find out when the submission deadline is for that, and so we can put something together in time. So we'll have a CSUN panel or something.
We do a study on green beer.
That'll be the enticements to get people to show up. Cool.
Yeah. I think a lot of people would show up for that.
Excellent. Okay, so who's got more questions?
Hold on. Oh, no. Sarah's asking about the interview. That was about an interview, Sarah.
Oh, Matt asked earlier on, if you're a speaker, do you make a poster too? But I thought you just did a presentation or a prezi. Is that right?
Yeah, you don't need a poster if you're a speaker. So that puts people in a difficult spot. Do they start working on their poster now, or do they think maybe I'll hold out and see if I get to be a speaker? That's one reason why we got to give people a heads up in advance. But no, you don't have to do a poster if you're speaking. Cool. Let's see here. Were there any other questions in the chat?
I think that was it.
Cool. Yes, I met Kathy.
Hey, does anyone know how to check your GPA at Northridge since you've been there?
Yeah, you have to do that degree audit report thing.
Where do you get to that?
Go in your portal.
Your portal.
Logged in already?
Yeah.
Okay, let me log in. Hold on.
Cool.
Okay, now on the right side.
And
it should say, let me see. The degree planning tools, is that it? Degree planning tools. Click
cool.
the icon. Open up and click degree progress report.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm there now. Okay, great.
Your whole printout. Just go to submit request.
Great. Thank you, Mallory.
Yeah, no problem. And then view report and refresh it until it pops up.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. So Sarah is apparently watching our video, but came in late. She has to watch from the beginning.
What?
So she's behind.
Yeah, it's her streaming.
Probably skip ahead though.
You can't. I think she pushed the wrong link.
Well, we're full up. We're full up on people participating. I think. I think we're at the maximum.
Okay.
I know Mary is listening to us, but maybe she's behind. I don't know. Interesting.
I could check out, and maybe somebody else could get in.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I think we're mostly done, unless people have questions. So, what do y'all think?
I think we're done.
Oh, we do need to have a sign up for food for the poster fair.
Ooh.
Not that will be very difficult to do.
Hey, I just found out that my postgraduate GPA is not good enough. I missed it by a fraction.
See, that happened to me too.
I know. Why didn't I pay attention as a credential student?
Can't you just disavow those classes once you're in the master's program? And
no, I thought I was doing pretty good.
College everywhere.
They're so cheap. Oh well, life goes on.
It's just a medal.
I know.
We can make our own medal. You know how
That's
they
right.
do it on Survivor.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to Lowe's and buy a washer.
There you go. Thank you for that.
We learn how to make the badges, remember?
We don't need no stinking badges.
I just wear my one for my undergrad. It's probably still the same one.
Dr. Foley, did you get the computers?
Yes. I didn't, but they went to Mary's room, and Mary's watching somehow. But and Mary says thanks for the little laptop. So they went straight to Mary.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We cleaned them up really well.
Nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, and by the way, thanks for people that have been referring new students. I got a bunch of more people that are interested in the cohort next round, so that's looking good. I feel like I don't have to even, hustle to get any more students signed up.
Cool.
So.
I put the flyer again in the teacher boxes today.
Oh, excellent. You guys are doing my work for me. I like it.
Joy, you should get a commission.
Oh, yeah.
I did pass them
We'll
out.
give you a kickback for everybody from Sutter.
I did pass them out at Q.
Oh, nice.
Have you gotten anybody from Q?
I think so. I think some of these people. I mean, it's a long process, as you all remember. But I think some of the people that have inquired about it are from Q. Because they're not from our usual locations. Cool. Excellent. So I hope you're enjoying staying home on a Wednesday night. And okay, so I'll be emailing your chapter 3s to you in just a couple minutes here.
Speaking of chapter 3s, I sent you an updated one today. I know it's late, but
yeah, I'll look and see if I see any difference before I send yours back. I had already read your chapter 3, so.
Yeah, I know.
But it's all right. Cool. Yeah, if there's updated chapter 4s, I'm gonna get started on those right away. So this is a good time to send me anything if you have any updates. I know you probably haven't because you just turned those in very recently.
You won't have time for chapter 5, right?
Probably not, but your chapter 5s, I like to leave something so that it's fun for me when I read your final draft.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's really boring because I've read them before. So something new and exciting.
For the chapter 5.
But if you have questions about chapter 5, I can definitely respond to them. Yeah.
We're still doing the peer review for the chapter 5s. Is that right?
Some people did. I haven't looked to see how many people posted theirs.
Okay, so I didn't know if Are we just picking any two to read?
That was our plan, yes.
Okay. Okay. Thanks for
So have you posted yours?
Nope.
Not yet. All right. So yeah, go ahead and post and read a couple, and then you'll shame people into reading yours. It'll be good.
Yeah.
Well, I did a double posting to Curtis's, so it looks like he might have two, but he has only one.
Okay.
You didn't have to say that, George.
You don't want extra comments, Curtis? You've had enough from George?
Yeah, he did a pretty good job.
All right, good.
I have a question about the program reflection. What's our focus on the program reflection? Just the entire program, or why we joined, or what we got out of it, or the key points, or how many things you want us to address? I mean, I could go on for pages.
Well, yeah. Let's see. There's a page recommendation. I think it was 3 to 4 pages. So
yeah, I know. All of our examples are like 3 and SLO4 and SLO3 and I'm talking about the program, the one we do for the entire program.
Final reflection, yeah. Right. So that one can be a little longer than the other reflections, but don't go crazy.
Yeah.
Right. You know, I mean, we're always interested to know what you think about the program. So, you know, I don't want to limit you too much, but. Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll probably read it no matter what you write.
No matter how much we write?
Well, we'll see. We'll see how tired we get.
Speed reading.
That's right.
All
right. Cool. So, let's see. Cool. All right. Well, I'll send off those chapter 3s, and I will start working on some sort of an announcement for the poster fair that we can distribute. And so, stay tuned for those things. Next week, you know, I'll hang out after my early class if people want to ask any questions, but I don't think we have any hangout planned unless there's a request for it. But I can certainly respond to any questions you have about Chapter 5 or anything else.
But we are meeting next week, right? Because we have to go over the posters, or no?
Not next week.
No.
If we talk about posters, it'll be the week after. That will be the May 6th date. So it'll be after portfolios are due.
At El Presidente.
Presidente. El Presidente. Oh, that's a good spot. Yeah, I'd go for that.
They got good daiquiris.
Curtis, we can walk because we're within walking distance.
That's right. That's right. Well, we could lean on each other, kind of hold each other up, and walk down the street.
Right, buddy. You know.
Nice. Is that so? It's better than Taps?
Oh yeah.
All right.
I've never.
Taps' beer is suspect. They don't take care of their lines and their kegs. It's not. Unless you really want a hangover.
Really? All right. That's strong words.
I think Kyle and I think Phil said the same thing or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I've enjoyed their beer over there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Dr. Foley.
Beer drinker, so it doesn't.
Joy?
Yeah. I sent an email to you regarding the paper for 699C. I don't know if you.
Oh yeah, no, I looked at that. I'll send you it looks good. I'll send you comments.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, I have another question for the interviews. So I did like 6 longer interviews, and if I don't use one student's answers in my paper at all, should I still include it in the appendices or not? Because I transcribed it all, so.
If you didn't do any analysis on that interview, I'd leave it out.
Okay.
But if it's something where you're taking some quotes and you're interpreting the interview in some way, then yeah, put the transcript in there. And again, it doesn't necessarily need to be a complete transcript. You want to have the key parts, just like we did before on the interview.
Well, I did them anyway, so I'll just put them in there.
All good. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Excellent. All right. Well, have a good night, everyone.
Oh wait, one big question.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. One quick question.
That's all right.
When we originally started putting our appendices together, I did remember we did this. I did the screen captures for my instrument questions. Now you said earlier to use PDFs.
Either way is okay, as long as it's readable.
All right. Yeah, they're readable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Screen captures are good.
Yeah. It makes your paper longer, though.
Curtis?
Yeah?
If you have the screen captures and can paste them into the document, it'll get turned into a PDF.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, because I have it it's in Word now. I took all the docs and put them all into Word, so.
Yeah.
Because I had to number it right.
It'll take pictures and everything.
Yeah. That reminds me, I've got to get you links in case anybody is interested in getting their paper bound, like a thesis. I'll get you the name of a binder that'll do that.
I worked long enough on it. It better be bound.
Yeah, exactly. You want to have that on your shelf.
Yeah, not me.
Have it on your virtual shelf instead.
Yeah, that's it.
Does it have to be done before we finish up, or can that
No,
be?
that's something you do on your own in the summertime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, when we go to link it to our SLO3, you want the PDF there, or do you want a PDF? Because I have been putting Google Docs up, like putting them into the page.
Yeah, I think PDF is the best way to turn in your paper. One nice long PDF document with everything in it.
Okay, because I was the reflections are all basically in the page.
That's
and then
fine.
There's a link to the artifacts, but all right, I'll upload it put it in there as a PDF.
Yeah,
Okay.
for the paper, you really want to do it that way.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the other artifacts links are fine.
All right. Yeah, I played around with it a little bit to make sure I didn't lose my table when I converted it to PDF. So. Okay.
All righty.
That's
Yeah,
it.
Dr. Foley, if you get a chance, look at my emails, please. I need some answers.
Yep, I'll get it back to you.
Thank you. Well, thank you, guys, everybody. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Cool. Okay. All right. And you can always email me any questions come up. I will get to it.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, everybody's saying goodbye.
I didn't even get to put on a hat.
Mm.
A tiara. I was going for the tiara. Last time we could put it on other people.
Oh, there it is. The Google effects.
So you could do this last time. We did this or draw.
This takes forever.
See, all I'm doing is drawing all over my face.
That was me.
Oh, you drew on his face?
Yep. I can also stamp him.
Yeah, see, that's what I was trying to do, but I can't seem to get that. I can't seem to get that done.
We should all wear the mortar board. It'll be like a pre-graduation picture. Cool. All right, I'm gonna head off.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Thank
See you
you.
next week.